I just got a thing in the mail. Let's open it up. Boosted lifestyle. Fuck your V8. Well, what about boosted V8s, Kyle? Well, this one was made just for me, because I have a straight 6 and not a V8, so fuck the V8s. Okay. I gotta go do my hair. So here's a better look at it. The logo. It's probably backwards. I might have to like invert it in the video. And then see if I can get this. Yeah. You can see the camera that I'm using is just like a cheap, can't show the side of it because then I won't be able to film it, but it's just like a cheap Walmart one. It does shoot in 1080p, so that's why I got it. Alright, so the first thing I hate about this car is the right-hand drive. Now, you might ask, Kyle, why didn't you just get a left-hand drive one? Well, it costs you about double the price to get a left-hand drive Supra in the same trim. So, stock twin-turbo 6-speed right-hand drive is about $20,000. Stock twin-turbo left-hand drive car, on the other hand, is about $40,000. So I only got put up with right-hand drive just for the cost savings. Another reason I hate the right-hand drive is that we're on roads where you drive on the right side. So anytime you try and merge in traffic and you go to look on your blind side to see if anything's coming, you have this big C-pillar in the back and very long extended trunk, which enables you not to see very well out that back rear window. So if you're approaching a merge lane and trying to look this way, you have the seat, the pillar, and the trunk all blocking your view. You almost need a passenger to be able to see if there's anything coming. Be a quick example of what it looks like to look. See, this would be the position I would be in. So you have the seat here, that back pillar, and then the trunk is actually really high back there. So you have all this big blind spot. Now the only main difference between the right-hand drive and the left-hand drive for controls is your signal lights are on the right side and your windshield wipers are on the left side, as it would be reversed on the other side. The shifter is still on the left side and up on both of the vehicles, as the transmission is the same from the US and JDM. The clutch pedal is still on the left side. You're not pushing the clutch pedal in with your right foot, because that'd be super weird. And since a lot of the parts are manufactured in the United States for the left-hand drive car, a lot of them don't fit right on the right-hand drive. For example, I bought my turbo kit from Powerhouse Racing, and although the downpipe fit because I requested it to be a stock JDM downpipe, the charge piping didn't fit because the steering rack is on the right side on this car, so there's a bunch of lines and the pump and everything on the rack there just got in the way, so I couldn't use the drop-down piping. Yeah, another thing about this right-hand drive thing is that you can't go through drive-thrus unless you go backwards, which I haven't done yet, but I've seen a lot of people do it. Alright, so number 2 on this list has to be something that every JDM car owner hates, and that most of the cars from Japan, if not all of them, didn't have cup holders. Now there is one thing. I can remove this cigarette ashtray thing, and a Monster will fit perfectly in there. The only thing is when you go to shift, you have to shift with a chicken elbow, because, or some weird wrist movements. But yeah, not a single cup holder in this entire car. And you know, like, you need to drink Monsters. Alright, so third on the list. Despite all US twin-turbo cars coming with big brakes, the Japanese market wasn't so lucky. The US twin-turbo cars actually came with 4-piston front, 2-piston rear brakes. And the NA cars came with 2-piston front, 1-piston rear brakes. Now, with some of the JDM Supras, the twin-turbos did come with the bigger brake option, but not all of them. And this is one that didn't. I have the NA brake setup from the factory, the 2-piston front, 1-piston rears. And I don't mind the rear so much because with the 1-piston rears, I can fit on my 15-inch drag slicks for when I go to the track. But the front The 2 pistons are actually significantly smaller than the 4-piston brakes. Not only is the brake rotor smaller in diameter, but there's a lot less clamping force. That's definitely one of the things I need to get to, and it's one thing that I really wish that the car came with.
Hello, tiny little brakes.
Now for this next one, for a car that is 20 years old, it's kind of expected, but the paint and the bodywork are really starting to show their wear. So there's a couple imperfections in the hood. I don't know if you can see it now. The bumper has a couple holes in it for the license plate. And where the bumpers are plastic and the body is metal, the paint seemed to fade off colors. So I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick it up, but the bumper and the hood are definitely different colors. It's another thing that I want to get to, just haven't got around to it. I definitely hate it about my car. It's like one of the bigger aesthetic things that need to be done in order to have the car look the way it feels. You can see the imperfections in the paint. If I move out of the way, right there, move up, right there. Lots of rock chips, and then on the wing you can definitely notice it as it's fading here along the back. And the bumper and the side of the car are definitely different colors. You can tell big time right here that the bumper and the body do not match colors. Alright, so we've been through a couple things. We've been through the right-hand drive problems, the no cup holder problems, the paint, and the brakes. Now the last one's gonna seem a little bit silly, and I know it happens to a lot more cars than mine, but being a huge dick magnet, showing up to a car meet, or driving around, or just trying to mind your own business, you always have someone approaching you asking you about something. I remember just sitting at a stoplight one time and had a whole bunch of drunk guys like walk up in the middle of the road and just ask me to roll down my window so they can ask me stuff about it. Now, yeah, it's cool that I have a decent car, but sometimes you just don't want it, and it's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. Now, a really funny story, me and Denise actually met at a car meet, and the first thing she asked me was what year my car was. So I did get something out of it, like girl-wise, but in the long run, there's a lot more guys than there is girls. So if you're buying a car to attract a woman, this isn't the one for you. I'll give you guys a bonus one just for good measure. The Supra tax. It seems like everything you buy Supra-wise is going to cost you. Your arm, your leg, some money, a little bit of sperm, a bit of your soul, your girlfriend, and then some. It just seems like everything in the Supra community costs a little bit more than everyone else. Maybe because it's a rare car and everybody wants one, but I don't know what the reasoning is. Now I know these 5 things I hate videos are really controversial and everyone's doing them, but despite all of that, I just did it for fun. So when it really comes down to it, none of these things would actually stop me from buying the car again. I could always just like get a left-hand drive one, or screw a cup holder into my window if I need to, or just get new paint or new brakes. These are all just nitpicky things that I don't like about it myself, personally. So don't hate me for it. If you haven't checked out my build already, I did a whole winter build of rebuilding the car after I blew it up last year. So check that out. I'll leave a link down below or something. If you liked the video, give it a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm always coming out with new content, especially now that it's summer and all the cars are coming out. No, you can't get this shirt. It's mine. I just made one for me, personally. I'm never gonna sell it, so go away. Hey, look, a cat. Hi, cat. I just want to say thanks again for 1,000 subscribers, guys. It's actually a really big accomplishment. I think I'm at like 1,029 now, which is absolutely insane. It's only like 2 days later. So thank you guys, and so let's leave you guys with that, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, it'll be done by summer, I swear. Where did all these bolts come from? Stock? Yeah, that just means the engine's not coming out. Hey babe!
What?
I'm just gonna head out to Mexico, I'll be back in an hour. What stupid fucking engineer designed this? I think I need a bigger turbo. Yeah. 10 millimeters. Yep. All of them. Yeah, it'll buff out. Holy Batman wing!
Holy.
Yeah, let's go with Mike.
Mike?
Yeah, Mike Collins.
Oh, you mean big turbo neon Mike? Hey, yeah.